Hello everyone, welcome to another Top 5 Records video. And today I'm going to be comparing the Atlantic 75 series 45 RPM of one of my favorite 70s albums, The Velvet Underground Loaded. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to compare it to a first US pressing from 1970, which I have here. Um, First of all, I'd like to say some stuff about this record. I think this is one of the most underrated albums out there because the Velvet Underground became famous for their avant-garde approach, and this fourth album is perhaps their most um, the one done with the most commercial approach. And there are really two different phases in the Lou Reed years of the Velvet Underground. You have the John Cale years with the Velvet Underground and Nico, and White Light, White Heat, which have a very avant-garde and experimental approach. And then you have the self-titled and this album, which show more of the songwriting of Lou Reed. I think Lou Reed may have been at his best as a songwriter in these years. And what you hear on this record, Unloaded, is Lou Reed being an uncompromising, great songwriter. It's not the dark and cynical stuff like on the Velvet Underground and Nico, or the confrontational stuff like we heard on Transformer, which are both brilliant phases in his career. I think this is his most McCartney, well, McCartney-like period. But it is not cynical. It is sincere beauty. Opening with "Who Loves the Sun," which is a beautiful, um, mellow, friendly song. Then we get "Sweet Jane," which is a masterpiece of storytelling. Also, the way it sounds, there's something in the rhythm, in the cool down, and the tone of Lou Reed's voice that is just spectacular here. And then the song "Rock and Roll," another big Lou Reed anthem. He was so good at writing here. Then "Cool It Down," great song. "New Age," another masterpiece, man. There are songs like "Lonesome Cowboy Bill," "I Found a Reason," "Oh Sweet Nothing." It's incredible. And this first US pressing is really spectacularly sounding. My copy is not in the best state. I did not pay a lot of money for it. It's okay though. I like to play this pressing. It has a beautiful, full, warm sound. It is a lot better actually, sound wise, than, for example, the Velvet Underground and Nico. It's full, warm. It has beautiful detail. Um, I really feel that also as performers, they are getting more control on how it feels like to work in a studio. And this first pressing is a gorgeous representation. I bought this for about $5. A friend of mine 2 weeks ago found a near mint copy of this record, and he paid $150 for it. It sounds stellar. Both sound stellar, but mine obviously has scratches. But I'm very happy with it. Very happy. Now, having that one, you might say there is no need to try this new 75 series, the 45 RPM. But honestly, I'll show you the packaging. And here it starts. A beautiful gatefold, thick cardboard, the pictures on the inside. Um, the packaging already just makes it sweet. Then this was mastered and cut to lacquer from the original master tape. And this series it's a brilliant series. And lo and behold, as good as the original sounds, this one has a lot more detail. I have the idea that mastering wise, if you take a look at equalizing and stuff, the choices they made were pretty likewise to the original. But this one is beautifully overwhelming in its detail. Not too overwhelming. It never becomes bright or fake. It is just, it feels like you're getting one or two steps closer to the original master tape. And that makes it for a spectacular pressing. And then I mean, imagine having a record here with side one, because it's 45 RPM. You have 3 songs, and those 3 songs are immediately "Who Loves the Sun," "Sweet Jane," and "Rock and Roll." It is of an incredible, gorgeous beauty. And again, it's one of those records that in this series sounds better than the original. Honestly, that is a job well, well done. Thing though is, if you want to experience this record, this can be rather pricey. In the Netherlands, in Europe, if you want to buy one, it's easy to pay about 70 or 80 bucks for them. Well, I just told you about that near mint first pressing that a friend of mine bought for 150. I found another first US one last week for about 70, I believe. It was 70, but it wasn't a likewise condition as I have. So it can be quite tough to find it. Now, although the video is about comparing the first US to the 45 RPM, I would like to make special mention of this one. This is the first pressing that I bought of this album. And this is from the Warner, this is a Warner release from a couple of years ago. You can recognize it from this logo. And the bizarre thing is, I rarely just buy reissues without knowing anything about the mastering or why it was made or what the source is. Nevertheless, when I bought this, I was stunned. This is already a very good sounding copy, and I paid about 20 or 25 bucks for it. New in the sleeve. And comparing this to the first US does win, but this is a close second, or in this case, with the 45 RPM there, third. So if you're looking for a good copy, and you do not want to spend the big bucks, but truly experience the quality of this record, I'd say this is a great pressing to take home. The Warner pressing. So, well, I'm curious. What do you think? Have you listened to the new 45 RPM? Have you listened to the original? Or did you hear any other interesting pressing? Leave a comment below, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.